What's up, folks? How's it going? This is Waj. Hope you guys are all doing well. And today we're going to be taking a look at the new Samsung Galaxy S10 and comparing the battery performance versus the iPhone XS Max, as well as the previous generation S9 Plus and the Galaxy Note 9 to see how this thing fares up against the previous generation Samsung devices, as well as the nearest iPhone competitor. So if you're interested, let's get right into it. Now, firstly, in terms of battery capacity and size, we're looking at a 4100 milliamp hour battery on the new S10 Plus. That is slightly larger than the 4000 milliamp hour battery that you get on the Note 9, and certainly a lot larger than the 3500 milliamp hour battery on the previous generation S9 Plus. The iPhone XS Max has a significantly smaller battery at around 3179 milliamp hours. Now, all these smartphones have fast and wireless charging capabilities. And in terms of the charge time specifically, to get from 0 to 50% charge, you can definitely do that within the 30-minute mark. We got around 32 minutes to get 50% versus on the XS Max took around the same time, about 33 minutes. And that is certainly a lot faster than the previous generation Note 9 and S9 Plus in terms of getting to 50%. Now, getting to 100%, you can get a full charge in around 149 minutes for the S10 Plus versus 167 minutes on the XS Max. You'll also see the wireless charging speeds. Now, the new S10 Plus and S10s do support 15-watt wireless charging, but the RAV Power charger that we're using maxes out at around 10 watts, so that's why we're getting subpar performance, but you can certainly get faster performance. But this is still not bad. Within 36 minutes, we're getting around 50%, and it takes about 238 minutes to get to 100% charge, and that's definitely a lot faster than the XS Max. That takes about 250 minutes to get to a full charge. Now, a really neat feature about the new S10 and S10 Plus is they support reverse wireless charging up to 9 watts. They call it Power Share. So essentially, you can turn over the phone and place an item to be charged wirelessly. That could be another phone that supports wireless charging, like our iPhone over here, or even their new Galaxy Buds that have built-in Qi wireless charging can be charged directly onto the phone. Definitely cool and handy feature. Now, moving right along, let's talk about the Geekbench synthetic battery benchmarking tool that we do. We do a full discharge on this particular task, and the S10 Plus got a record-breaking score of about 6640 points and a maximum runtime of about 11 hours and 4 minutes. That smashes anything the XS Max can do, which got a score about just over 4,000 points and a runtime about 6 hours and 48 minutes. Now, the previous generation Galaxy Note 9 scored around 5,000 points with a runtime about just over 8 hours, and the previous gen S9 Plus scored around 3,900 points with a runtime of 6 hours and 39 minutes. And if you compare the new generation S Plus series of smartphones, that's a huge improvement coming from the S9 Plus. Now, moving right along and getting to our next battery benchmarking tool, which we always like to do, which is our video playback test. Here we just run a 1080p video on loop to infinity using the VLC app, turn on airplane mode, set the brightness to about 50% or halfway on all the smartphones, and just see how long the smartphones run. This is more of an endurance test, something you would do on a long flight or something like that. So the runtime on the S9 Plus was around 13 hours and 48 minutes, coming in last place. Next was the iPhone XS Max, around 14 hours and 31 minutes. Second was the new S10 Plus, 15 hours and 44 minutes. And the Note 9 is the winner over here, about 15 hours and 54 minutes. Now, I've been using the S10 Plus over here for the past 6 days non-stop, and on average I get around 13 to 14 hours of usage, and that's fairly good. I'm not a heavy-duty user. Most of the time I'm outdoor conditions, so the screen brightness is turned up quite a bit, but I'm mostly using the Wi-Fi networks in my office and at home. So generally I'm fairly happy with the performance. It definitely is better than what you're going to typically find with the iPhone XS Max, mostly on par with, I think, what most people are going to experience with the Note 9, and certainly a lot better than the previous generation S9 Plus. Is it better than the standard S10 in terms of battery performance? Yes. In a lot of ways, you're probably going to get a couple of more hours, and that's definitely a nice feature on top of the larger display. Now, I'm also working on a couple of videos with the new S10e, which is more or less an iPhone XR competitor, so definitely stay tuned for that video. And if you haven't done so already, we have already a series on the S10, so definitely check out the description down below or click on the cards. In the meantime, I want to thank you guys so much for your support. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you later. Take care.